1.
Hello, everyone. We have AirAngel about to run Märchen Adventure Cotton 100%. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Happy spring. This game is going to be very much spring-like. Um, and I'm just really happy that I get to show this off. So, yeah, just to sort of jump right into it. So this is Märchen Adventure Cotton 100%. I'm going to be playing this on the Super Famicom. So we are playing a game level easy percent. And stock is the amount of lives that you have, and I'm setting it to 9 because this game is actually fairly difficult, especially towards the end. If anybody is looking to run this game, I definitely recommend starting on easy and then going up from there. So yeah, now we get the opening scene here, and we are about to start the run if anybody is ready for the timer. So as you can see right here, these are our special attacks. I don't really care about all of them except for the fire dragon, so I'm just gonna select this first one. So I am ready to go when we're...
Yeah, give us a countdown.
Alright, awesome. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so Märchen Adventure Cotton 100%. So Märchen in German, if I'm not mistaken, means a fairy tale or a story. So this is the story of this little cute little witch named Cotton and our little fairy friend named Silk. The plot is kind of funny, and the fact that it's literally this witch Cotton just wants a piece of her favorite willow candy, so she goes on this adventure to get her favorite piece of candy. But on the way, obviously, there are a lot of things that don't want us to get the candy, and there's this whole conspiracy theory plot that we kidnapped another fairy and everyone is mad at us, and then we gotta go fight evil witch fairy thing. So, you know, the casual, I wanna go out for a piece of candy, end up saving the world. You know how it goes. So as you can tell, this is sort of like a side-scrolling arcade shooter. The main speed tech in this is the quick kills for the bosses, sort of how I did there. Basically, you can start shooting the mini bosses and the bosses immediately, and they'll start flashing a little bit, and that's when you know you can go ahead and give them a little fire blast. Ooh, we got an extra pickup there, that's nice. And it's basically managing your special attack, and the special attack drops, which happened 5 seconds ago, 10 seconds ago, are these little staffs. And they don't drop that often, so you basically have to manage them, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to quick kill these bosses. And honestly, some of the bosses take so long to kill without the special attack that it's almost not even worth it. So in order to combat that, we'll talk about this again a little bit more later, but so you start the game with 3 credits. So right now we have 9 lives with 3 credits. When you run out of credits, it's game over, and you have to start the entire game over. Go figure, right? But so with starting a new credit, you automatically get 3 special attacks. So at the very beginning, as you can tell, I'm not really getting hit a whole lot. I'm getting everything on my screen as fast as I can to reduce the lag. But we basically take purposeful death to use a credit to get the special attack. So we'll be doing that a good bit later. And now it's tea time! So what tea time is kind of like, it gives you like a bonus round to pick up these tea cards. And the white tea cards have more. And they don't, this doesn't really do much for you in the game in general, but it's just fun to do. She makes a little cute little noise. Oh, we got it. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a great Saturday. And the marathon has been so much fun to watch so far. I can't wait to watch the rest of it as well. Alright, so first section down. Huzzah! That was easy. Boom, that was easy. And make sure you get those donations in. This marathon is benefiting Sweet Relief. which is near and dear to my heart. I grew up in New Orleans, where the music scene is pretty astronomical, and so music is a really big part of my life. So if you can spare a couple dollars to help some of those musicians out there that really need our support and our help, please consider doing so. If you have any questions, please post them in chat and I will do my best to read them. And if you put any silly thing in your comments in the donations, please do. My community knows me as the streamer with the many voices, and since this game is super kawaii, I might do a couple ayahs in there. I might throw some ayahs in there. You never know, but donate so you can find out. So this little flower thing has some iframes right before it's vulnerable. So if you use your special attack too early, it basically negates that, and then you lose your special attack, and it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game in particular because it's really upbeat. Like I said, it gets relatively difficult towards the end of the game, so you have to really manage your firepower. I guess I should mention that too. So on the bottom left corner, you could see the ×9 is my life count, and then the little bar next to it is basically, as soon as you fill that, it'll upgrade your battle setup, and you get more fairies and you get stronger attacks. So that's also really important to keep in mind, because if you have to use a credit to get a special attack on the boss, you sort of want to do it early, because then you could build up your regular attack once more before you hit the boss, or get to the boss rather, just in case you have to keep shooting it, because there's nothing worse than going to a boss in any game and your regular attack is under-leveled. Nobody likes that. So right now I'm pretty high level, and I've got 2 special attacks left, which is good for us right now. This is something I might need to manage later. In terms of managing, I mean like purposefully getting hit so I can get more special attacks. So this is the mean snowman that has the weird iframe, so I'm gonna try to... Alright, so you see I did get hit there randomly, which doesn't... It's okay, because I think I hit him at the same time, so I don't think I even lost a life. So that's some marathon luck for you. I just got pummeled with the snowball, but the snowman is no more. A little tea time session.
Time for a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we have $20 by XVote Vanex with no comment. Thank you so much for the donation.
Oh, and I should say for the button setup, so the main attack is the Y button, which is like this cannon shooting. Oh, sweet, another pickup. And the B button drops these little bombs, which are really nice for the enemies that are in these little corners here. So this is sort of where, oh gosh, we're getting a lot of special pickups, guys. It's marathon luck. We're getting there. We're in there, gamers. Sorry, I'm really excited because the special pickups are very rare to get, and I want to say it's based on points, but I still have a whole lot to learn about this game. I am the world record holder in easy percent as well as normal, but normal is very difficult, and I have yet to finish the game on hard difficulty. So that's sort of my goal this year, is to finish the game on the hard difficulty, because it just makes it that much more difficult. So that's sort of my goal with this game, and the world record could definitely be improved. So for this boss, we actually don't want to use a special attack because it's sort of on a timer, and we're pretty high level with our regular attack, so it shouldn't take too long to defeat them. So I usually don't waste a special attack there for that reason, because there are other bosses coming up that take so much longer if you don't use a special attack. I'm actually really surprised that I haven't gotten hit other than that one time with the snowman so far, so that's pretty awesome. I would just like to shout out these graphics. So again, I am playing this on the Super Famicom, but the graphics for this are super vibrant. I am also using a retro tank, so that kind of helps with the really nice resolution. But just the colors and the amount of detail that went into the background is amazing, and I absolutely love this game. So we gotta get this lion for the special attack. Ooh, we're doing good, chat. So other than the lag that I mentioned earlier, like the more enemies on your screen, the more lag you're gonna get. That's just the reality of the situation. But also these fairies will double back sometimes, and the Grim Reapers and a couple other enemies, and you can't shoot backwards. So if they come from behind you, you gotta dip, dive, dodge, and whatever, you know. So it's not that great. And I'm gonna go out of bounds a little bit so I don't get hit by that Grim Reaper. It's okay, I got hit by a Triant. It's not that big of a deal though. That section's a little difficult because they just go for it. Yeah.
You have five rules of dodgeball. I got you there.
Yeah. All the dodgeball. It's still applied here. Alright, so for Snake Dragon Boy, we want to use a special attack. And you want to hit him right on the head to optimize your attack, and that was actually pretty good. The first, he went over to the right side, which is unfortunate. Usually if it's in the middle twice, it's a lot faster, but that was still a pretty good quick kill, I think. One good thing to note about where we're at right now, I don't have to use a credit before we go to this big willow tree, which is really nice. So that means we can save up our special attacks for other bosses later. Again, it's like sort of not mandatory, obviously, to use these special attacks on bosses, but we're doing a speedrun. We need to do it fast. Oh, and to go through those little, so the credits in between each level, you basically just press Y and B. If you press start, it will pause your game, so don't press start. So this is sort of where it ramps up. So if you have any donations or if you want to talk about any incentives going forward, this is probably a good section to do it in because everything is just going to be coming at us all at once. So, yeah.
But I'll re-say what we just announced here earlier. Single donations of $50 or more throughout Saturday and Sunday will be entered to win one of 2 Nintendo Switch consoles. You must be 18 or older, have a valid email address, and US shipping address to be eligible. Make sure you're logged into your speedrun.com account when donating, so a VGMCon can contact you. View the full terms and conditions at tinyurl.com/VGMConSwitch or by typing !giveaway in chat.
Nice. So basically right there, I took a bunch of damage, so I can get ready the special attack. Alright, that wasn't a super quick kill. I think I hit him on an iframe, which is fine. So this next section, basically what I want to do is I want to use the one special attack I have left and then die so I can use another credit, so I can use another special attack on this boss for a quick kill. That's my current strategy. We'll see how it works out. But this graveyard is a little tricky because the enemies can hide behind the gravestones, and you can't hit them unless you're like sort of right on top of them, or if you throw a little bomb down and it just so happens to land on them. But yeah, so this is sort of where the game gets a little bit dark. This next boss coming up is pretty spooky. When I was first playing this game, I was like, oh, look how cute this game is! And then this boss, I'm like, wow, that is terrifying. So just as a heads up, if you don't like spooky dolls, just a fair warning, because boss is pretty spoopy. And we kept, I wanted to wait to use a credit too because I wanted to use as much attack power as I can before I have to beef it. There we go. These jack-o'-lanterns are very mean. They're rude. Because then I can sort of still, when you do use a credit, you could still attack. And your place is basically saved in the boss fight, so you don't have to restart the area over. So that's nice. So I think, can I do this with one? No, I'm gonna attack and hit the flying corpse thing at the same time. Okay, that was actually a really good quick kill, so I actually didn't have to use another credit, which is good for us in the long run. Because the long run, it's gonna get a little tricky. It's tea time! Yeah, this is a pretty lighthearted arcade shooter of sorts. I do tend to play a lot of these lately. Especially the Twinbee series as well as the Parodius series. If you haven't heard of those either and you like this game, I definitely think you should check it out. Alright, so now we're like underground in this lava center. Again, people, all we want to do is try to get our candy. But here we are in like a volcano of sorts. Like, what are we doing here? Why? This witch just wants her candy. So not only do you have everything trying to kill you, the floor is shooting lava into your face. Which is, you know, not really that good of a time, if we're being honest. So I'm not going to take a lot of damage, or I'm going to try to not take a lot of damage, I should say, as I get hit immediately. Because this section is pretty difficult, and so that'll basically happen regardless if I try not to. So I'm not too worried about it. So for this little rock boy, we are not going to use a special attack. We're just going to hit him with our best shot. So... And he's a little rude because he shoots rocks everywhere, which isn't nice. But hopefully this won't take too long. So you can just dodge the rocks just by going on either side of it. That wasn't too bad. We will need a special attack for this next section, so I am actually going to take some damage so we can get our next credit. And there are a couple special attack pickups that we could also transfer over to the next one. That's fine. Alright, so this is our first credit that we're using. So obviously that takes some time to get through that screen, but it's definitely worth it. It's worth the time save you get with the special attack, so I definitely recommend doing it. If you get stuck on a boss, just make sure you have a good special or enough special attack. And this game is marathon tricky, or it's tricky to run in a marathon because if you overuse your credits, for instance, and you're at the final boss and you don't have a special attack, you're kind of SOL. But luckily, so far, so good in terms of our health and how much damage we're taking. So we're doing good right now, so I'm pretty happy with our progress so far. So there are some very specific enemies that will give you a special pickup, and those are the little frog things, and I think there's a lion. Alright, I gotta sort of focus here because it's a flaming chicken, and it's a very specific spot you gotta hit this with. Alright, so we got the quick kills, that was nice. It didn't really look that difficult, but if you hit the chicken too high or too low, the full attack doesn't really register on the hitbox, and you'll probably end up having to use two special attacks, or you just gotta keep hitting it, so. The chicken's down.
I repeat, the chicken is down.
The chicken is down. The chicken is fried. Alright, so this next section is sort of like an underground section. This is probably one of the best underwater levels. This is probably the best underwater level in almost any game because you don't really get water physics. If anybody here plays retro games, you know water physics is it's usually not the best in video games. The only thing that really comes with this level is there will be bubbles coming from the ground to push you up. So it's sort of like a current that's trying to push you upwards, which isn't that big of a deal most of the time. Also, the seahorses! Sorry, I was trying to evade. The seahorses are kind of rude as well. So you gotta evade the seahorses and the bubbles. And this is where the lag sort of also comes into play because obviously there's bubbles that do something to you. Okay, we got an extra pickup, so that's super nice. Getting good pickups, which is also fun. So getting the enemies off the screen is pretty pertinent to this section. So we don't use a special attack here once again because this boss is more on a timer, if anything else. And it shoots out bubbles that it shoots out bubbles and these little shell things. They look like little hermit crabs. You can tell I'm sort of hugging the ground, and that's because the ground and the bubbles are constantly pushing me up and back. So by pushing slightly forward and down, you can mediate where you're standing or flying underwater, I guess. Alright, so that took a little bit longer, but that's okay. It wasn't too bad of a fight. Right now we're looking really good with our full attack, and there's gonna be a lot more special pickups, I believe, coming up, which is good because this next boss is sort of like a thunder dragon of sorts, or thunder lightning dragon, I guess. Thunder and lightning. We'll just say both. The nature dragon that's just so happens to be underwater. And we need as many special attacks as we can, and while also maintaining a good amount of firepower. So our life count is really good right now, so I'm gonna try not to get hit as much because I want to keep as much firepower as possible going into this boss fight. So these are the frog thing I was talking about that gives you the special attack. That one didn't want to give up, so I got hit there, but that's not that big of a deal. But those just took it right away. So we have 9 special attacks as of right now, which is really, really good. And I'm really excited where this takes us with this run, because it looks like it's gonna be a pretty solid time for a marathon run. So I'm really excited. All right. Oh, we're not there yet. Just as a heads up, if you're sensitive to flashing lights, this dragon does flicker, and it's not great on the eyes. So just a fair warning. We are gonna use a lot of our special attack here. All right, that was unfortunate. Alright, that wasn't too bad of a fight. We basically got the one sequence on the way back, so that was good. Okay, so we're coming into sort of the last level and a half. I say level and a half because there's like a full level, and then there's the final boss fight. So basically what I want to do is I want to keep my health as much as I can until the end of this level, and then keep maybe one or two lives. And then when we go into the boss battle, we'll use a special attack, use a credit, and then use all the special attacks once again. And so that's sort of where the speed tech comes in. Again, you're just sort of mediating your lives and your special attacks to defeat the bosses as fast as you can. So we're doing really well so far. fingers crossed, knock on wood, all the good vibes, because this is looking like a pretty solid run. Feeling energized. Okay.
Great, you got time for a donation?
Yes.
We have $50 from KF Carlita, who says, "Thank you so much to the staff and talent that's come together to make VGM Con Online a reality this year. It's really captured the fun energy and sense of community that keeps me coming back year after year. Cheers to next year where we can hopefully meet up in person to share our love of VGM in person."
Yeah, for sure. I definitely miss in-person events dearly. But we'll be back when we're all safe. Alright. I've been getting hit a little bit too much. Hopefully we can mediate that now. You see in the background there's a witch that is kind of looks like us. Well, it is us, and it is sort of like the evil version of Cotton, and we're gonna pull a Celeste and fight ourselves. Da, 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 da. Alright, so I have to wait till the dark evil version comes. Alright, that took one more special attack than I thought it would. I think I fired a little bit too early for the iframes, but this is the final boss, and time will happen as soon as I can't move anymore. So it'll be a couple seconds. I'll let you know. So basically, I need to try to hit her and use up all my lives as much as I can, so I can get back into the special attack. And time. Wow, what time was that?
We got 25:31.
That might be a world record. Let me check.
Oh my.
I might have beaten my own record.
GG's other way. Or, either
You
way.
said it was 25:35?
25:31.
Alright, well that is a new world record for easy percent, because my previous PB was 25:43! Holy buckets!
Congratulations.
Yay! We did it! Look at that. Wow. That was really nice. Alright, well, anyways. Back on schedule. Thank you all so much for having me on. That was a really, really great run, and I want to thank the entire staff for putting on this marathon for an awesome cause. Get your donations in, help those musicians out, and I really can't wait to watch the rest of this marathon. I'm super, super excited. And if you want to catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/AirAngel, and Instagram and Twitter, on Twitter at AirAngel TV, and that's basically it. I run cute speedruns. Basically, the only requirement for me with games is it has to be cute and have a good soundtrack. So, yeah, that's I think that's all I've got today.